guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video called 20 Wildest Moments in NHL History. I think NHL stands for National Hockey League. I am excited because I don't think I've ever seen a hockey game or know basically anything about the rules. I don't know what the game actually consists of, so I'm excited. Let's check it out and comment, like, and subscribe.
These are the 20 wildest moments in NHL history.
Okay, I thought that
And
wasn't
at number
glass.
20, Patrick Roy forgot he was supposed to be the goaltender.
Rangers with a 4-1 lead. Patrick, look at this! What is this? He's out of his mind.
What did
He carried the puck over center ice. You can't do that as a goalie. He doesn't realize it.
Yeah, my man just wanted to hit the clip of the century. But dangling through the defense isn't the only crazy thing NHL goalies have done.
Okay.
Because at number 19, these two goalies took their beef to a whole
What on earth are they wearing? Are those some sort of cover, I'm guessing it's for safety, but I didn't know it was that big.
new level. Damn, Holtby got his ass whooped.
Oh,
now I
people
know
are
why he
fighting?
had to leave Washington. I'd be mad too if I got humiliated like that in front of my own fans. But not as
Well,
mad as
that's
this
harsh.
coach at number 18. You know, some coaches get pretty angry when their team sucks. But I've never seen any coach start throwing stuff onto the ice. I mean, except
And
this
that's the
one
coach?
time. The New Jersey Devils coach got so mad, he threw a whole bench onto the ice.
That's a penalty. What are you doing, David?
What is he doing? Oh my
boy.
god.
What was going through his head?
Don't they, isn't the referee going to, you have to kick him out, right? No, you're out.
And of course, doing all that got him fired. But nothing
Oh, of course, and you're gonna get fired as well. I was thinking more short term.
gets me more fired up than the weirdest Stanley Cup winning goal of all time. It was Game 6 of the 2010 Stanley Cup Finals between Chicago Blackhawks and Philadelphia Flyers. Chicago was leading the series 3-2.
Hold on, why is it dark? If I'm here, I can't see the game. Isn't that the whole purpose of this?
And we're one win away from
I started complaining to the stadium. I can't see anything. Turn on the lights.
winning the cup. The game went into overtime, where the best American-born player ever, Patrick Kane, stepped up.
Okay, where's the... Oh, okay, I'm seeing it. What? Wait, can you do that? I mean, well, sure, I guess. It went in.
That's crazy. Kane was
Yeah.
the only one who knew it was a goal. The whole Flyers bench was in a shock. But Marc-Andre Fleury has me in a shock. Because he's been acting out recently. You know, Fleury has always been kind of weird. And that's why he's one of the most loved goalies in the league.
Okay, so
But recently he's been attacking players on shootouts.
Corral goal. Bedard in. And never really got
That's-
a shot away as Fleury
Hold on.
checks it away.
Isn't that a penalty? I don't think you should do that, right? Nobody calls him out.
Again, just great patience there by Marc-Andre.
Oh, you can do this.
He did not
Okay.
fight for the fake shot here. Just kept his balance there and was able to just trip him up.
Yeah, Fleury's just welcoming Bedard to the league. That's great. But Fleury wasn't
I'm so shocked about these things. The referee does nothing. Those kind of things are allowed. Okay.
done. Because he
Okay,
did the
seems
same
wild.
thing to the very next shooter as well.
Taylor Hall looking to tie it for Chicago. Poke check again, and another trip by Fleury.
Can you do
The
this?
two referees are looking at each other.
Okay, exactly. The referees, where are they?
Identical play there. Marc-Andre.
And why isn't the other team complaining? I think I would assume the other team and the I don't know, everyone's gonna be, hey, referee, what?
Fleury gets a stick caught in.
Fleury might have just found the new cheat code to saving penalty shots. I
Yeah, but
mean,
the coach.
at least
Where's the other team's coach? Isn't he?
Fleury is just attacking players. Even he isn't wild enough to attack refs. Because at number 14 would hurt even more. Because NHL players' shots have become crazy fast. So fast that they are even breaking the glass behind the net.
To McInnes. He shoots. Broke the glass.
Oh my god.
He broke the glass behind the net.
I love how excited, and everyone's super excited about this. I'll be concerned. Oh my god, the whole thing is gonna hit me dead. But what? I didn't know. I foolishly thought this was plastic because of safety. I wouldn't have occurred to me. No, it's glass. This is easily breakable.
Back to the head. Here's Richards. Long range
Okay, so has happened on several occasions. I think it's time to switch things up and put plastic instead of glass.
Shot that one right through the glass.
And where again, I'm concerned. Isn't this gonna hit someone on the head or in the face? Oh my god, I love how everyone just sort of loving this. I mean, again, I'd be a little bit more concerned, but it's funny how fast are these things going?
Damn, my man almost gave the announcer a stroke with that laser. That's wild, but not as wild as the Flyers mascot.
Oh.
Yeah, this guy. Because he is for sure the craziest mascot in the
Gritty?
NHL. When he's not streaking in the middle of the game,
He's streaking? Oh.
he's spending his time bullying children. Or, I don't know, fighting goalies?
Oh my god. Again, can you do this? He's from Philadelphia, right? Oh my god, Gritty is out of
Yeah, man,
his mind.
I told you, he's crazy. But at number 12, Trevor Zegras has
I love how there's just no explanation. This is Gritty. Let's move on.
secretly been rizzing up baddies with Michigans. Yeah, Zegras is known for scoring ridiculous goals. And in his first game back from an injury, a female reporter asked him for a special gift. And you just know Zegras was on board. Of course he was. Just look at the guy.
I've been asked what is my Christmas wish this year? A Michigan or lacrosse or alley-oop or anything you'll give us. Can you deliver, Z?
I'm gonna try. That's all I can do.
Trevor takes it in behind the net. He scores!
Oh, this is wild.
Exactly what Alec Lozoff asked for.
Well, thanks for coming out. We're glad to have you back, and I gotta say thank you for delivering my Christmas wish.
Anything for you.
Damn, Z, you had her blushing.
that was
Leave
cute.
some for the rest of us. Because that ain't even the first time Zegras has had the ladies go crazy.
Oh.
In fact, at number 11, after giving one of the nastiest apples I've ever seen, he had the whole NHL world
Give me an apple.
glazing him. I mean, everybody except Tortorella.
Seniors, here's get up. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's down. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's nasty. But now that we enter the top 10 wildest moments in NHL history, let's take things to a whole new level. Like the time a 33-year-old enforcer
This is
with
so
only
violent.
5 goals in his whole career became the MVP. Yeah. In 2016, the NHL decided to open the All-Star Game fan voting, which meant that fans all around the world could now decide who got into the All-Star Game. And
Okay.
as a prank, fans all around the globe had an idea to vote a 6'8" enforcer, John Scott, who was only known for fighting, to the All-Star Game. And even though Bettman in the NHL
Only known for fighting, so not a good player?
hated it, Scott received
Okay.
the most votes of all the players, and therefore
Okay,
was
so they did it as a joke.
selected as the Team Pacific captain. The fans were hyped as the prank actually went through, but nobody could have guessed what happened next. But
This is more sort of a monkey's paw situation. Oh, the joke went too far.
not as wild as number 9, because an NHL game was played in the middle of the night. Yeah, it was a normal Thursday night, and the game 1 of the series between Hurricanes and Panthers just started. The arena was packed, and nobody knew they'd be witnessing history tonight. Because
What
this game
happened?
would be one of the longest ever recorded in NHL history.
How long do they last?
After 60 minutes, the game was still tied 2-2, so they headed to overtime. The first overtime period went by, no goals. So went the second, still no goals.
How much is
And
overtime?
the same story continued throughout the third overtime as well. These
That man was tired. He was, oh my god, can you please? This is a hostage situation. Can we please leave?
fans were literally sleeping in their seats. Nobody
they're
just
sleeping.
couldn't find the back of the net. And when there was a minute left in the fourth overtime,
Even the mascot, everyone started, oh my god, wrap it up, please.
everybody started to think that the game would never end. But then, a mouthguard chewing kid rose from the shadows and ended the game
Finally.
with 12. It was 2 a.m. and the game had lasted over 6 hours.
Oh
Damn,
my god.
Imagine being one of those Hurricanes fans. Watch all that just to see Brent Burns choke the whole thing. But one fan I don't feel bad
Well, but at least you were part of an incredible game that went through the annals of history. So, you know, who cares?
for is the one at number 8.
What are
Because this guy got just what he deserved.
those green man?
Steve Sullivan, you see him, number 26. He gets a stick up around the forehead or near the eye, and as he skates off, look at this fan for the Avalanche.
Oh, he's giving him a lot of sympathy. Well, things always have a way of working out. Later in the game, the puck comes over the glass and off the noggin of guess who? Well, justice was served. It's the same fan that was taunting Sullivan, and now
Oh my god.
Man, that's hilarious. The fan got hit right in the face.
It's
That
karma.
reminds me of number 7. The time Ty Domi hit a fan in the middle of the game. Yeah, Domi was known for whooping ass back in the day. And while
I
playing
don't get how everyone's constantly fighting in this game.
a game in Philly, the
Won the
fans
sport.
really didn't like him. One fan especially. Because when Domi got a penalty, a fan in the stands started clowning him. And I'll just let you figure out yourself what happened next.
straighten those guys out. Now, you
Can you what? Oh my god. No, you can't do this.
watch the lawsuit.
Oh my god.
A player fighting a fan in the middle of the game. Man, it can't get much wilder than that.
You
Or
can-
maybe it can.
Oh, but I think they kick you out, right? I would guess the referees. No, you're out. You can't.
Because at number 6, a referee scored a goal with his dick.
What?
Deflection of the net.
Oh.
He was down.
Well, that seems
Still
hurtful.
on one knee. This one caught him right in the midsection. Look at that. I mean, you can't get a worse break than that.
Well, call the
Damn,
medics.
usually I hate NHL refs, but this one is a legend. And now that we close in the 5 wildest moments in
I'm
NHL
guessing, obviously, they didn't sort of. No, it doesn't count. You're a referee.
history, you should do as Matthews does and subscribe to the channel. I'll give you 2 seconds. Okay, time is up. At number 5, the whole city of Vancouver almost burned down because of a hockey game.
Well, that's
As we
bad.
all know, Vancouver is a hockey town. But
Okay.
despite that, the Canucks have always sucked and have never won a cup. So in
so they're
2011,
bad?
when the Canucks fought their way into Game 7 of the finals, the city of Vancouver were sure that this was their year to finally win the cup.
Oh,
until they got
no.
humiliated on their home ice.
Oh,
Which led to
no.
the whole city going nuts.
Seconds after the game ended, chaos
year
began
was
as
this?
rioters started
Oh my
overturning
God.
cars. Our crew did not see police anywhere in the beginning to stop it. As the anger over the loss to the Boston Bruins heated up, rioters set fire to the overturned cars,
Okay, the
and
police
eventually
appeared.
riot police did move in. Now, police
I think it's crazy. They're just flipping things over. It's not this person's fault that they lost the game.
closed the major bridges into downtown Vancouver
God,
during
people
the
were
height of the
so
riot so
upset.
that people could not get into the heart of the city.
Where's
Those bridges were
the
reopened
stereotype of those friendly Canadians? Well, I don't know where that leaves us.
about 2:30 when we arrived in town. We did see in the last hour or so a number of overturned cars still on the street. We did see quite a lot of
Why are they overturning the cars? That seems to be a form. Well, they're not protesting. It's just I'm upset.
broken glass, windows broken out of department stores and banks downtown. People are already starting to clean up though, and glass repair trucks.
Was that mascot on fire? They just the mask is kind of caught on fire.
Yeah, that's crazy. But what's even crazier to me is that the Toronto Maple Leafs were able to lose a game to a 42
They're called the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's adorable.
Zamboni driver. In a game between the Hurricanes and Maple Leafs, Carolina's both goalies got injured, meaning that the only possible solution to continue the game was for Toronto's 42-year-old Zamboni driver David Ayres to jump into Carolina's net.
Okay.
have word that Dave Ayres, 42 years of age, emergency support
Okay,
goaltender.
but okay, I'm confused. Is 42 years old for this sport? I would guess, right? They're talking about as if this person's ancient, so I guess.
According to the reports, the highest level of hockey he has played is Junior B, which is a step below Junior A, which is
Oh, okay. So he wasn't a professional hockey player. He had another job, of course. He was a Zamboni driver.
a step below Major Junior. Ayres out to play it. He'll move it. Good job. And Riemsdyk along the boards. Tavares centering pass. A chance.
Oh, but he's not bad, right?
It's loose in the crease. He's got it. Can't get it out. Kerfoot. I'm in. What a save. Here's Clifford. Stopped by.
And of course, the Leafs fans were mad.
The Toronto Maple Leafs lost an actual National Hockey League game to a 42-year-old Zamboni driver who works for them!
Hey man, chill out! It was an
Yeah, he needs to
unforgettable
calm
moment.
down, but I think, well, good for him. He stepped up. It was his moment to shine, and he did it. I love that.
For Ayres. Another unforgettable moment was number 3, when the Sabres Jumbotron fell from the ceiling and crashed onto the center ice.
Oh my god.
It was a game day in Buffalo between the Sabres and Bruins. After the teams had finished their morning skates, a cable snapped on the 40,000-pound scoreboard, sending it flying straight to the ice.
Oh my.
Luckily, nobody was on the center ice at
Oh,
the time and
thankfully.
wasn't hurt. Buffalo was forced to play the next 2 weeks without a Jumbotron before getting it replaced with a new one. But that
Why did it took them so long to replace this?
isn't even the only crazy thing happened in Buffalo. I mean, at number 2, the Sabres literally drafted a player that didn't exist. The Sabres front
What?
office were tired of the draft being so long, so these guys decided to troll everyone and draft a made-up Japanese player, Taro Tsushimoto, as their 11th round pick.
Can you
It
do
was
this?
excruciating. I can't stand this anymore. I said, why don't we draft somebody that doesn't exist? That'll drive me crazy. Tsushimoto.
Okay, hockey is an insane sport.
Well, no one ever heard of him. Of course. We vowed then not to tell anybody that
No one has heard of him because he doesn't exist.
it was a joke.
Man, I would have wanted to see that draft with my own eyes. But something you definitely want to see is the wildest comeback in NHL history at number 1.
Pass, Stefan steals, and he'll ice it.
Well, he's-
Oh, at least I thought he was
Oh.
gonna.
Oh.
Hemsky's loose. Hemsky, he scored! Can you believe what we just saw?
It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Patrick Stefan, you should be embarrassed for what you just did. Alex Hemsky makes a remarkable move, and the Oilers somehow are going to send this game to overtime with 2 seconds left.
Oh, it was 2 seconds left.
Embarrassing thing I've seen on the National Hockey League ice.
I didn't even know it was possible to miss an empty netter that bad.
Yeah.
But something you definitely don't want to miss are the most disrespectful moments in NHL history. Go ahead, man, click it.
Do you like touching guys?
Look, this was crazy. I mentioned I do not know a lot about hockey, and by a lot, I don't really know anything about this. I think obviously I know the basics, as in it's played on ice. They have a net, and the goal is to get the puck on the net. Whatever. I think this was crazy. I didn't know how violent this sport was. I don't know why I thought it was a little bit less violent, as in, I don't know, maybe soccer, more similar to soccer, but I don't know, there are some things here which, okay, I'm thinking of rugby or something a little bit more sort of contact sport. I didn't really know, because, but maybe it's just on me. I thought they just played, I think, with the whole sort of with the kid, but they had the whole sort of the shoulder pads, and they had the whole thing, as in football, as in American sort of football. They have the things. So it's all because you're constantly sort of hitting each other, but also I'm wondering, because it's in the ice, so you gotta be cold, but well, at the same time you're sort of moving around, so you're kind of sweating. I don't know, it seems kind of crazy to me how, I don't know, how big and how bad the kids are and how the players are. But after kind of seeing all the sort of fighting that goes along in here, I'm actually, I kind of get it. People are constantly hitting each other. So, it's part of the sport. I didn't know that this was that sort of, not serious, because obviously I think for sports sort of fans, this is, obviously it's going to be serious, but I just didn't know it was so violent. I thought it was something a little bit more, I don't know, chill, especially I think for Canadians, which I know Canada is sort of the hockey is the national sort of sport, and I could see there was, I think it's Vancouver, I think the place where the riots happened, and I think it was surprising to me because Canadians have this reputation for being very nice, very friendly. They're sort of very chill. They're constantly apologizing, and they're not that sort of into conflict. So it was crazy to me that, so there were literal riots in the city after they lost this sort of, it was the, how was it called? The Stanley Cup, I think it was the Stanley Cup, right? I don't think it was just a normal game, it was the Stanley Cup, which I think it's sort of the whole, the year's trophy, right? I think that's the whole thing. I think it happens yearly, I think, maybe 4 years. Actually, I'm a little unclear on that. I don't know if it's just as in the Super Bowl. I think it happens once a year, right? I don't think it's as in, I don't know, or any sort of, or the Champions League, or whatever sort of leagues people have in different places, in different sports. But I think this is sort of the culmination of the season. So that's what it was so important. They were betting on winning because I think it was on their city, and of course they did it. So they went crazy, they went wild. I think it takes maybe a lot for Canadians to kind of get upset, and we can see, what tips them over the edge, losing on their soil. And I think it's kind of funny because I think once you get oh, Canadians, maybe they can be sort of, oh, you can insult them, you can, I don't know, what other kind of things make people upset, whatever, sort of road rage or just anything. You can sort of, I think the joke could be something about, well, Canadians are super chill about everything, you can do whatever to them. But no, you want to see a Canadian, they're not going to get mad, but you know what actually makes them mad? Losing hockey games or losing the Stanley Cup. That's what makes sort of Vancouver. I know how do you call people from Vancouver, but I think it would be okay. So that's the whole thing. You can't. They're super chill until they lose a game. I think it's really funny because obviously I'm seeing it from the outside and it's funny to me. Not funny if you're in the moment, of course, but I think maybe they can laugh about this. I know how long ago this was. But I think I would assume, well, it was some years ago, so now they can make fun of this and be, you know what, I'm over it. But it's kind of, oh my god, it's kind of crazy. All of this or a hockey game. But I guess, well, it's related because I think, again, all different sports, I think especially football, as in soccer, I think also sort of brings a lot of passions. And I wasn't aware that also hockey also inspired this amount of passion. It's in the fans. Because, well, obviously also the players, obviously it's their job. But I think it's different for the fans because I think, they're very invested in this. And again, it's kind of crazy. I didn't know it got that intense. And as for the actual games themselves, not even just them and Canadians being upset about this, just the whole players and fans, and it's very violent. People get really upset about it, and they're constantly fighting. I'm just shocked because I think in any other sport, I think people tend to be a little bit more, and with people I mean the referees and everyone in charge. They don't allow this kind of things. You get a red card and then you're sort of out. Because you can't just constantly, you can't fight. You can't just start fights in the middle of the ice. That's not allowed. But apparently, well, the rules are a little bit lax here. And, well, there are points in which, well, it's allowed. I think the most shocking one to me, it was the one, obviously the guy that started literally fighting with the fan in the middle of the game. I think that's insane. I don't think I've ever seen that in any other sport. I think maybe it's just because you kind of have less, I think players have less contact with the actual sort of, with the people in the benches and with the fans basically. Maybe because you're sort of there's only one sort of plastic or glass barrier. So maybe it's kind of crazy because you are sort of, as a player, you're constantly in contact or very close quarters with the fans and with the audience. And I don't think any other sport has this, or yeah, maybe there must be, but I'm thinking of other sports, baseball or other sports. You're kind of outside of it all. You're sort of, well, you're there, but not really. I think stadiums tend to be sort of bigger, and yeah, maybe basketball. I think would be like basketball, as in the fans are sort of right there. But I don't think basketball sort of people get into that many fights. But apparently hockey, no, it's anyone's game. I think I would be a little frightened of going to one of those games because I'm thinking, oh my god, is a player going to I don't know, fight me? Obviously, he didn't do it without reason. I think they were heckling or something. But I think usually players, I don't think this is the first time, and I'm guessing it's not going to be the last time, then a fan starts insulting a player because, again, they're very passionate about the whole thing. So it's not as in they shouldn't do this, but I think a lot of people sort of do this and they start insulting the players, and of course they're losing or whatever. So I think you have to kind of I have a mental barrier. I'm not going to pay attention to you. I'm just going to pay attention to the game, and I'm going to try to do my best. But it's going to be really hard with people are fighting and yelling at you and you can listen to all of this. It's, oh my gosh, shut up. I'm trying to focus on the game. It's going to be really funny. And also, I think the whole sort of plastic thing, I didn't know it was glass. It was, oh my god, that's so easily breakable. Why did they do that? I think it was crazy because it's, okay, those hockey things, I didn't know they went that fast. Now I know. I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of this because I don't want to know how fast it goes. I don't want for this to hit me on the head. it would be crazy. I'm wondering if more accidents have happened in that sort of manner in which a fan sort of has a huge bruise, not even a bruise. I think you get bloodied. I know you get a bloody wound. That would be crazy, but I don't think maybe that is more common than usual. I don't know. Again, if I ever go to a hockey game, I wouldn't be on the first sort of. No, I'm fine with being above. I don't want to be on the receiving end of the hockey sort of things and whatever. And the other thing that was my favorite moment, because again, it was very wholesome, I think. Let's see, I think it was Ayers, I think that was his name. The guy, the 40-year-old guy who apparently had to, I don't understand why, if he's not a professional sort of hockey player, then why do you have him in your bench? I think maybe, actually, I do not know enough about sports, but I would assume the people you have on your bench are people that maybe are not there yet, but of course they're still professional sort of players. They're not just someone that, you just sort of ask anyone on the street, hey, what are you doing later today? Oh, are you free? Can you sort of, there's a spot on the bench. Can you do that? So it's crazy to me. Okay, so he was just not a professional hockey player. He had a day job. This is more of he played not on a professional level or semi-professional. I'm a little bit unclear on how the leagues work, and he apparently played junior or something. So I have no idea, but it's kind of crazy to me and wild that, okay, so you're just putting people that apparently are not professionals in here, but that's a thing that's being done. And again, you kind of have all the odds in your favor and against you, and you're thinking, oh, well, we have to put the guy that's not really a player, and of course we're going to lose. But then, no, against all odds, he actually made it through, and the other team lost. So I guess for the guy, what an incredible sort of thing to have happened. He must be, again, and the pressure, I can't even imagine how scared that guy was. Is, oh my God, they're going to kill me if I do something wrong. And it's not even on me, because again, I'm not a professional player, but I'm going to try to do my best. And still, he did his best, and they actually won. Which, okay, if I were the coach, I would start asking him, okay, I'm going to offer you a contract. Do you want to keep playing professionally? Because if you can play against without sort of any training or something, and you can play against professional players and you can win, well, imagine what you could do with training. I would be thinking of this. I'm wondering where that guy sort of, okay, what's the situation? Did he just sort of went back to his day job? Because imagine going to your job the next day. It's, oh my God, you wouldn't believe the day I had. It's going to be crazy. And besides, and on the other hand, I think the other team, the losing team, well, it's going to be incredibly embarrassing. Yes, the guy went a little crazy explaining it, but yeah, it's going to be, I don't think it was that, again for them, I don't think it must have felt so nice to be, well, we literally lost against this guy that's not a professional player. So, it's gotta be a little embarrassing. Sorry guys, but it just is. But yeah, I love that. And I think that was probably my favorite part. My favorite part of the whole key sort of, the wildest moments. I'm wondering also if there's a movie. I think it's perfect sort of opportunity and the perfect story to make a movie about this. I think it's perfect. I'm wondering if it's a movie that exists, and I'm just sort of, I'm thinking about it. No, it already exists. And if it doesn't exist, well, what a great idea. I would definitely go and watch this, because it's very wholesome and very perfect. But that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.